Hi, I'm Sid and you're watching Sixth Face Comics. Hi guys, I'm here with another box. This is the Valiant Era I. Since I found this, I have picked up some other stuff. But we're going to open the Era I box first, as I have most of the set, but somebody must have opened the box. I found this at a yard sale. Right. So they must have bought a couple boxes, opened one, and didn't open the other one. So let's pop her up. She would have been at the stores. So this is from 1992. 8 cards per pack, 36 packs per box, 120 card sets, randomly inserted cards, including light FX technology. So we'll see. Let's get started, guys. I'm a big fan of Valiant. I've got the other box I just picked up were Valiant Era II ones. So let's see. I don't know where the chase cards are in these, so. But these, as you guys can see, these are the, pretty nice set. I love the cards. And no, don't think every pack definitely doesn't have chases. I don't think there's anything special in any one particular pack here. I'm not sure. So doesn't look like it. Looks like some packs, at least that pack, had just base cards. Base cards, base cards, base cards. I'm assuming with 36 packs, 10 per, I should get a full set out of this. Again, I have most of a set already, so there was just a few cards missing from the other set that I picked up. I'm liking the card stuff. Again, I'm just keeping an eye out when I'm out hunting for comics. If I find cheap card boxes to open for you guys, I'm doing so. The Valiant stuff, I am a huge fan of Valiant. I was a big Valiant fan back when I was a kid. Of course, I got into it with Unity. Like, I started collecting Valiant, I think, with Unity 0, so I didn't get any of the pre-Valiant or pre-Unity Valiant stuff for cheap, unfortunately. Oh, there's a Rise 0 cover. I like that one. So these looks like these are all different covers from the series. So that's Rye #1 cover. There's a fan favorite right here, Harbinger #2 cover. There's a checklist. Nothing so far. This seems to have stood up pretty well. These were not very well temperature controlled as far as I could tell. At least where I found them, it was freezing. So yeah, so these are all cover art cards. So this is the Era I. So this will have all the pre-Unity stuff. Era II, I'm assuming, is the post-Unity sets. That should be interesting too. I don't know as many of those. I stopped hardcore collecting in like 94, I want to say. 93, I was still collecting a lot. I wasn't reading as much as I had. Oh. And there's my first chase card. That is an unknown art card. So this was originally intended as a promotional piece for Steel Nation Saga and issue 1 through 4 of Magnus Robot Fighter. So this unseen art is not used. And there's some of those in this set. I will give an update after I'm done with this at some point to show where that collection is at. And I currently have one holo from it, and I think I've got 2 pieces of unseen art. Don't think I've got that one. So that's pretty cool. With the 3 boxes of the Era II, I should hoping to put some full sets together. Those kind of boxes, but you never know. Maybe I should have my wife open them, right? Her luck. She always puts the sets together. All right. I don't know why these were all just like inserted front to back randomly. It's kind of weird how they're not sorted in the freaking things. So yeah, I don't think I've gotten any more chase cards besides that one. So if anybody knows anything about this set, like particulars, let me know in the comments. I do recall having this when I was young. So that's a Shadow Man number 2's cover. Good stuff. A Harbinger number 11 cover. Some Magnus Robot Fighter cover. Look, to the exact same card and same pack back to back. Ooh, I like that. That's the Eternal Warriors 4 cover. Do you believe that is the first Bloodshot? Well, Ray Zero and that one are kind of tied. Alright. Regular cards. Magnus Robot Fighter, Archer and Armstrong. Oh, here's a good one. Harbinger number 1. Wonderful comic. That comic broke a lot of ground. Having the first pregnant teenager superhero. It was really controversial when it came out. So for those of you who don't understand, comic books were grounded in controversy, always pushing the leading edge of culture in the United States. It's been a medium that's been used for the last century to ease our communities into changes that really aren't necessary, but for which a lot of people don't want to be responsible or think they stand to lose something from. Alright. 8 cards per pack. Unbox of light technology. What a dudder of a box so far, huh? Some regular cards. Solar. Alright, there's a piece of art you guys should recognize. You should be picking these up if you can. When Valiant does come onto the screen, this is Solar number 3. And this is the first appearance of Harada, who is the head of the Harbinger group. So he's the main bad guy. It will most likely be introduced in any movie or any big crossover movie that Valiant does. Eventually, I think Valiant titles get it. Like, you know, Exo Man of War, my favorite stuff. That's number 11's cover. Oh, here's another unseen art. This piece dates from the days when Barry Windsor Smith illustrated Phil Selesky's transformation into Solar Man of the Atom and the Alpha and Omega storyline, although it failed to appear as part of that original story. Sharp-eyed readers may recognize this masterfully understated portrait as a spot illustration from late 1991 Valiant issues. And I do recall that piece, but this is the original unseen. That's cool. I like unseen artwork. 2 unseen artwork pieces so far. The cats are playing. They've been lazy all day until we decided to make videos, and then it's time to make noise. All right. Some more. This is a favorite. EXO number 12. I love the EXO series. This is some famous art that some would say ushered in the end of the Valiant era. It was very early in Valiant, but this is Unity 0, and Unity kind of is, it was the first crossover, and after Unity is when they started, well, during Unity is when they started overproducing books. That is Solar number 1's cover art. It's a beautiful piece. See, look, there's 2 of those right next to each other in these packs. I do not think these packs were sorted well. Ooh. Another unseen art. A Magnus Robot Fighter. This unseen promotional piece of Magnus and Lee Jia is penciled by Tom Artis and inked by Ralph Reese. At one time, Atris was slated to become the regular penciler on Magnus, although he eventually went on to pursue other projects. Reese, on the other hand, continues to lead his distinctive style, or lend his distinctive style to Magnus the Robot Fighter. Awesome. That's cool. And I will most likely end up, if I get a second set of these, I'll give those away too. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm not hitting a lot of the hollows, so I'm assuming hollows were probably 1 per box on average. Sticking together, but they're not really doing as well as they had been. Now, sometimes I wonder, some packs from some cards, they were sorted properly. Like the whatever card, you could tell which card was the nice card in the set. It was right there in the order, and then some are just like haphazardly stuck in packs like these, which I've never understood. Here's one of my favorite Harbinger covers. This Harbinger number 7's cover. The graveyard look, always like that one. almost through half of it. Alright guys, so let me know what you think. Where should we go next? I have Valiant Era II. I have some Jack Kirby unpublished stuff that could have some Jack Kirby signature cards in it, which is interesting. And I have Star Coins. Who wants to see Pogs? If anybody wants to see Pog openings, let me know in the comments. And hit the thumbs up, because I will pull out some Pogs. I've got a box of Star Trek Pogs that I found. They're a little harder to come by. Oh, another cover that I love, XO #1. XO Man of War is my favorite character from the Valiant universe. My second would have to be Solar. Although the original Rye was, I liked. Everybody, I mean, he didn't have a lot of issues, right? He was only in the first 6 issues or so. Oh, another unseen art. This time it is Eternal Warrior. Illustration by Barry Windsor Smith appeared and adds introducing Eternal Warrior series. Curiously, this picture shows Gilad with an armored glove on his left hand that never appeared in the regular issues, and while Gilad's current uniform is similar, the shielding on the left arm now houses an extendable metal whip. So, some early concept stuff. A little bit different. All right. And that one was just on the outside of the pack, so I saw the back of that first, which that was the first time I come across one like that. Any of the unseen arts. Because again, like I said, this kind of haphazardly stuck in packs. Like, who does this? Why is that upside down and backwards for one another? There you go. Whew. Oh, it's stuck together. It's the same card. Having problems with that one. That's Archer and Armstrong #6. I don't know why those were stuck like that. Oh yes, some more Solar covers. So the Rye #1 cover. Solar 12. Oh, another unseen art card. This time, it's a Turok the Dinosaur Hunter. This early piece, advertising Turok the Dinosaur Hunter, places Turok fighting Tyrannosaurus on New York Park Avenue. The bow Turok holds is a prototype version of the Techno bow he received from Mother God as the concept for Turok and his bio dinosaur enemies took shape. This illustration was set aside. It appears on this card for the first time. There we count. We got some unseen art. And that's it. 5 unseen art. And Archer and Armstrong 0 cover, like that one. Oh, my lord. I just threw those cards off the table. Who needs those anymore? Shadow Man. There's a Rye #2 cover. That's a hard book to find. Very low print run for those. Shadow Man. If you can find the Rye 1 through 4s, there is a Rye 1 and I think 1, 2, 3, and 4 maybe that are in Magnus. This is 1 and 2, where it's a flip. So like Rye is a flip cover for, one side's Magnus, one side's Rye, and then there's the Ryes. And 1 through 4, the regular Rye series is very rare. So here is a Harbinger Zero cover. Those were giveaways. You had to turn in coupons that were in the first few books from Harbinger, which is why it really talks about the coupons. And if you are looking for Harbinger 1 through 6, you have to make sure you got the coupons on them or they're not worth much. Number 1 still has some value with a coupon. The others do not. The coupons, again, were redeemable for that Harbinger Zero. So a lot of people redeemed them. So now if you find the original coupons too, they hold a lot of value, right? That number 0. You have to be careful. It has to be the pink number 0, because there was a number 0 that was packaged later with a trade paperback that has a bluish tint to the sky. Looks more blue. That one you don't want. That one's not worth anything. That was a million of those were made and packaged with the trade paperback for the Rye, which I do recommend reading. You can pick those up for pretty cheap too. That trade paperback I think is going for like $4 now, and it's a really good read. It's definitely worth $4. And if you see one of these, pick them up. Solar number 10, full black cover. It's just black. That is the first Eternal Warrior. There are 2 versions of it. There is a first print and a second print of Solar number 10, and the second print is a lot more rare. Some people don't price it differently, but if you are a Valiant collector, you'll know they're harder to find. And of course, black covers are, tough to find in high grade, period. So if you can get those in super high grade, then you are doing really, really well. All right. Oh, there's an iconic cover right there. I don't know if I can get it off. XO 14. Turok and XO are working together side by side. Not looking hopeful for pulling another foil. Where's my holograms? Uh-oh. Oh, not a hologram. That is my first etch card, though. Look at that. The Magnus Robot Fighter. The Kiowa Hunter named Turok originally appeared in Adventures published in Golden Key Comics in the 60s, but his first appearance in Valiant came in the Lost Land of Magnus Robot Fighter number 12. So, Turok's first appearance in Magnus Robot Fighter 12. Turok has the unfortunate distinction of being the laughing joke of the Valiant universe, because the Turok number 1 card, Turok number 1 comic is probably single-handedly the most overprinted Valiant comic ever made. It is a running joke. Everybody has a copy, or has 18 copies, or 56 copies. It really is that bad. So that's Rye number 4. I love that one too. So I told you that 1 through 4, those hard to find. This 3 and 4 are the rarest, and if you find that Rye with that on the cover, you've hit gold. Don't pay, you know, hundreds of dollars for it, because gold in the Valiant universe is not that yet. Maybe one day people will appreciate Valiant again. Maybe not. I know for a while there it almost completely collapsed, and then people started to realize in the last decade that, oh, some of that stuff was valuable. So that started to dry up. I listened to a gentleman the other day on a podcast who was talking about after everything kind of fell apart and Valiant stopped selling, he drove all up and down the West Coast and stopped at every comic shop and went through all of their Valiant stuff and pulled all of their super rare crap. He has since sold a lot of that, but he still has. He was showing off some of his collection. He has a lot of unique, one-of-a-kind things that you just, you know, you don't have. You can't get anywhere else. Oh. So there's my second etched, and that's the Shadow Man. Perhaps Valiant's most popular villain, the ubiquitous Master Dark, was gradually introduced to readers over the course of 3 issues of Shadow Man, and 7 he begins a plan, take down a drug, pin, yeah. So this is Master Dark, bad guy from the Shadowlands. Nice etch. So like I said, I'll have to look through the other open stuff, but I believe I don't have any of this. I don't recognize those anyway, which is super cool. Oh, another one. Oh, awesome. That's a good one. So that's Bloodshot's first appearance was in Rye Zero. That white cover there. You can see the comic in the corner. And that's a cool little foil. I don't think there's multiples of special cards in the packs. But you never know, especially the way these are kind of just haphazardly sorted in there. So this will be interesting going through the Era 2, because I know and I recognize all of the Era 1, because Era 1 was when I was into comic collecting heavy as a young child. So I collected comic books for, you know, ages, I want to say 12 or 11, 12 to 15. After 15, I would still occasionally, you know, if I was with my parents, which was rarer, much rarer after 15. If I went with them to a flea market or something, then I still dug through comics, because there was nothing else from, you know, nothing else of interest to me at the flea markets at that time. Yeah, some of these are starting to stick. Oh, that's all right. I got them for cheap, so. And these are doing much better than the Star Trek cards that I opened first. So this, I believe, should be episode 4, Valiant Era I. What's that from? Magnus Robot Fighter number 20. That's a cover I don't recognize. And there's the other Ray that I want to point out to you guys. Ray number 3. That is the single rarest pre-Unity comic from Valiant. And its prices still don't reflect that. But I guess I'm biased. That first Ray was only, in the first 6 or so issues. It was my favorite Ray. I did not like his replacement at all. Kind of lost me with that part of the run. They lost a lot of people after the Unity stuff. They started doing weirdness. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of it was good. And I'm sure people will hound me for saying that. But I'm not the only one that kind of fell off. Alright, so here we go. So that's Magnus Robot Fighter number 5. And on the flip of this is a Rye number 1 that predates the Rye number 1 standalone. So you find that those books are pretty cheap. That Magnus 5 is still pretty cheap, but that's the first appearance of Rye. Who again, I think is very undervalued at this point as a character. I don't know what we're doing with the Valiant universe. It's just kind of... I know it's been rebooted a couple times. I was reading EXO for a little while in the last reboot. I have not picked up any Valiant from the latest reboot. So I don't know how it is. But I'm assuming they're doing pretty well with it. I mean, they've got a lot of really good intellectual property there to play with, so. But you never know. I don't know. Wow. Down to a few packs. No freaking hollows yet. Might not get a hollow out of this box. Two packs left. If you guys are still with me, you're troopers. I love you guys. There's Rye number 2 from that series. From the early Rye stuff. I forget what that is. Two packs left. And another unseen art card. Unseen art. Originally intended as a poster featuring the collected heroes of the Valiant universe, this dynamic group shot even features a spectral maniac watching over the Hard Corps teammates. This was the first piece done for Valiant by artist Ralph Rags Morales. Rags has since gone on to illustrate issues of Archer and Armstrong and Turok, so it's cool. Unseen art piece. So I open the whole box. And I got a duplicate of the Turok. And no hollows. Not one hollow out of the entire box. Sad times. Alright, let's see. I don't think there's anything else in this box. Anything else special here? Do not believe so. Only couple more cards. Alright guys, does not look like there's anything else particularly special about these. So that's it. Let's see what we got. We got some etch cards. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the unseen arts. Number 2, 3. Okay, so number 2, 3. I'm missing 1 of 4, with 5, 6, 7, and 8 unseen art cards. 6 of the unseen art cards. And we have 2 of the Turok, 1 of the Master Dark, and 1 Bloodshot. And those are the etch cards. So let me see real quick. Alright. You guys can look real quick with me. Different stuff. This is the Unity cards. Here they are. So this is the set that I'm working with right now. So I think Era 1 and Era 2 might be mixed in with these. Yep. 1994, 93. So let's get back to here. That hollow, I think, is from the next one. So here is the unseen arts. I was missing 6 and 7. And I pulled both of those. That comes from a different, that's from the different set. These are from the set I'm in. I had 1, 2, I was missing 3. Of course I did. So I had 1, 2, I was missing, so I got 7, 8, 9. So I was missing those. That's pretty cool. Still missing 2 of that. So I got all of the unseen art, which I don't think I don't know if there were hollows in this. It doesn't say there were hollows. I'm still missing 2 of those foil, shiny foil things there. And oh, those are different. Let's see. No, they're not. Yeah, those are later. So I think that's from a later run. Yeah. Era 1, Era 2. So we'll see. I can probably complete the Era 2 stuff as well. All right, Era 2. All right, that's pretty cool, guys. So I have definitely completed the Era 1 set and the unseen arts, and I'm missing a couple of etches. Who bloody knows if I'll ever find them. I might end up buying another couple boxes because you can still get these Valiant boxes for really cheap on eBay. They're not as cheap as what I picked them up for. So with shipping, Usually about $15 on eBay for these boxes right now. And who knows how long that'll last. The way cards are going, I expect they'll be $100 by midsummer. No, I don't know. I doubt that. I hope not. It would be ridiculous if they were. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications. Also, follow me on Instagram and check out my bi-weekly live auctions. Link is in the description.